Here we go then. Let's talk about the Fantastic Four First Steps. And no, not just another reboot, but this one feels different. It feels intentional. And this Fantastic Four, they are finally stepping into the MCU with purpose, not as a punchline or as a rights-reclaiming side project. And while the film isn't perfect, far from it, it is a very strong outing for them. It doesn't try to be the best MCU film ever. It's not trying to outgun Infinity War, but if you like No Way Home, it's here to lay the foundation for what might be next in the MCU. And I'll say this up front, this movie made me care about the Fantastic Four again, and it made me want more. And honestly, that might be the biggest win of all. So I want to start with what absolutely works, the casting. Now, Marvel's been hit or miss lately when it comes to character chemistry. But with this one, I think they nailed it. Reed Richards is being played with a perfect mix of intellect, restraint, and burden. He's not overly cold, but you do get the sense that he's constantly thinking 2 steps ahead of everyone, maybe even too far ahead. You understand the pressure that he's under, and there's a weight to his decisions that balance that of genius and guilt, and Pedro nails it. We've got Sue Storm, and I'll be honest, she's maybe the heart of this movie, the entire film. Her emotional depth is real. She's not just the invisible woman by name. She's actually the character who sees everything. Her scenes hit harder because she grounds the movie, and the pregnancy plotline adds layers without using her as a plot device. Thank you, Vanessa. Johnny Storm was always going to be tricky, too cocky, he's irritating and reserved and forgettable, but here, he's fun, he's charismatic, and more importantly, the brother relationship is there between him and Sue, and the uncle dynamic is there. Joseph Quinn, superb. Now, Ben Grimm, The Thing, this version is hands down one of the most human takes we've had. You feel the pain of that transformation, the weight of his loyalty to Reed, and his strength. The CGI isn't amazing, it's okay, but his performance carries it. And the "it's clobbering time" moment, it's not just fan service here, it's earned. So thank you for that performance. It's such a character-first film, and honestly, I really appreciated that. In a world of multiversal madness, sky beams, somehow these are just 4 people trying to hold it together when stuff gets tough, and that is what heroes are. Now, I'll just briefly touch on the plot, because honestly, this isn't a movie that wants to wow you with twists. It's pretty straightforward, but not in a bad way. We're in Earth at 828. The Fantastic Four are already established, and the public knows them. That's a nice twist. There's no origin slog here. The action kicks off when Galactus sends a warning to Earth. And they see him, they meet him, he wants their kid. They're like, no. And that's a setup. We've got cosmic stakes and intimate emotional drama. Sue's life is threatened, Reed is torn, Ben wants to protect his family, and Johnny's there trying to figure out who he is. But they take a stand and they choose not to sacrifice Franklin, of course. Chaos erupts. Shalabal, she is the cosmic guardian. She sacrifices herself after Johnny tries to send Galactus off miles away, and that's the end of the film. But obviously we've got the mid-credit scene. Was it Downey? I don't think so. Still, it looks good. This is where I want to spend a bit more time on the stuff that it just worked. Because while the plot is simple, the execution is thoughtful. Now, the tone of the movie is balanced. We're not getting a full-blown comedy, but there are jokes. We're not drowning in darkness either, but there are dark moments. And the movie knows when to have fun and when to pause and let those emotional beats land. The direction of the movie, and there is some restraint here. The action isn't overcooked. The set pieces are solid, not top tier, but they serve the story. The visual effects are decent across the board, and the cosmic moments, especially anything with Galactus or Space Spookers, it's pretty clean and it's cool. But again, it's human, and that is the stuff that stands out here. There's a dinner scene early on in the film, just the 4 of them, post-mission, laughing and bickering like siblings. And it's great. It does more to build the emotional stakes than any Sky battle ever could. And of course, it's where we learn that Sue is pregnant. You believe in this team. You believe in their love and their dysfunction and their desire to protect each other. And that's what makes their conflict with Galactus more than just any other sort of save the world storyline. It's a real piece of this movie. So why not 4 stars or higher? I know that the film is mixed, but mixed good. Well, here's the thing. As much as I enjoyed this film, I'm not going to rush to rewatch it. I don't think it's massively rewatchable. There are moments that made me want to stand up or cheer or gasp or rewind, but there's no Avengers Assemble or I am Iron Man moment. It's foundational, and that's fine, but that does limit its impact for me. It also feels like it's holding back, but intentionally, you can almost feel the restraint. And don't worry, the next one's going to be wild, which is it's both exciting and frustrating. I also think that Galactus, whilst a cool presence, is a bit too shadowy here. I wanted more from him, or at least a bigger tease. Doom's presence at the end is great, but again, that's just a tease. Galactus is this massive character, and I think Ralph Ineson had a few lines. It's not dramatic, but it's the kind of film that walks into the MCU party quietly. It drops some major world building and then walks back out again. It's important, of course, but it's not iconic for me. It's okay, and I'm falling out with my brother over it because he thinks it's one of the top 5 films for him. But this is the juicy bit, because if you look at what Fantastic Four First Step sets up, it's massive. This film is enormous. We've got Franklin Richards, a character with almost god-level potential. That alone shifts the power scale of the MCU. He could be a secret weapon in a new multiversal saga, or a major player in the eventual war against Doom, Secret Wars, and whatever's coming next. Galactus is not dead. He's still looming, still hungry. His decision, this isn't going to last. So there's, of course, that tension there on what they're going to do with the character. And, of course, Doctor Doom, probably the most anticipated villain still missing from the MCU's big board. If they get him right, this could make Thanos look like a warm-up. But this movie feels like the base of something huge, like Iron Man in 2008. It's not the best MCU film, but it's very important. This is Marvel saying, we're building again. We're coming back. And that makes sense. And I think a solid movie is what they needed here. We didn't need an Infinity War. We didn't need a No Way Home. What we needed was, let's get back on track. But where does this land? So for me, this is 3.5 stars. It gets more right than it gets wrong. It's enjoyable. It's heartfelt. The casting is superb throughout. And I want to spend more time with these characters. But it's not that flashy. It's not overly cinematic. It's not bursting with quotable lines or massive set pieces. But what it is, and I'll keep coming back to it, is essential viewing. It's the film that gives us the Fantastic Four, the place that they deserve in the MCU. And it puts the chess pieces on the board. And now we've just got to wait for that game to begin. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Are you hyped about what Franklin? Is Doom going to be as bad as he proclaims to be? Is this a setup with style? Let me know. But please like, subscribe, smash that bell, because on Gedgehammer Reviews, we don't just rate movies, we are smashing through them. However, guys, you know what it always is. Keep on smashing. Have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.